When I get a new book from the mail, I get really excited and I really want to scream, wow, thank you, and I zip into my room and start reading.
It made me feel so grown up because like my parents are getting all this mail and now I'm finally getting mail.
And just when I got him in the mail, I could just not put it down.
But when she got her book, we made a big deal out of it. I would do a little drum roll on the mailbox.
When we go to the mailbox and there's a book in there for Avery Grace, and I'd go back in the house, or LaToya would, and we'd say, Avery, you've got mail. And she'd say, ooh.
When she got that book, she would squeal, she would jump, she would rip that plastic paper off of it.
Yeah, I would just scream because I would be so excited. I would literally jump for joy. The memories are something I will forever cherish.
I think more than anything, I wish we could go back.
Yeah.
To getting those books in the mail.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Governor's Early Literacy Foundation's mission is to strengthen early literacy in Tennessee. And all of our statewide programs and community initiatives are really about meeting families where they are. Our Birth to 5 program is Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, which is a book a month for every child from birth to 5. At no cost to families. K-3 Home Library is a continuation of our Birth to 5 program, which is providing children every summer with 6 fiction and nonfiction books to enhance and continue their love of reading.
We're seeing scores that go higher and higher at Alamo City School. I think it's because our parents and our children are reading. 10 Under 10 is a scholarship program that recognizes 10 extraordinary third graders that have overcome reading challenges. Caregiver engagement is really recognizing that our families are a child's first teacher. And so it's providing them with resources that they need to really help their children in their education and literacy journey.
The time in which you read together, you learn how to converse, you learn how to raise questions, you learn how to imagine, you learn how to think. And that has brought us together because we know each other so much better than we would if we were all in front of a television just taking in things.
Storybook trails are really providing outdoor reading experiences for families. It's a way to encourage them to be outside and engage with literacy in a fun way.
I started a storybook trail here in Nashville, and we thought it would be cool to do a storybook trail in somewhere that I grew up and just to give back to someone and to something that's just given to me.
The Governor's Early Literacy Foundation was the start to give Kendall the confidence that this project was something that was worth doing.
BookBus is really creating mobile libraries across our state in various forms that meet a community's needs and enhance literacy. OWLFest is Opportunities with Literacy, and it is a curated book shopping experience for some of our highest need schools to provide children with additional books for their home library. Select is our statewide early literacy education collaborative of Tennessee, and it's an opportunity for every organization around early literacy to come together and have conversations, dialogue, and collaborative work so that we're rowing together in the same direction.
So let's go back to the beginning. In 2004, then Governor Bredesen began to realize that not a lot was being done for birth to 5 to ready children. At the same time, Dolly Parton in East Tennessee had begun giving books to every child in her county. And so together, they began to concoct a program where we would provide her imagination library, books each month sent to a child from birth to age 5, for every child across Tennessee.
The whole idea was to do something that would attach kids to books and have them associate that with something which was fun and interesting and they really liked to do.
3 different governors, 3 different administrations, 2 different political parties, all supporting literacy.
During our time in office, I think the thing that we focused on the most was advancing education in our state. And early literacy is such a key piece of that. To me, it just fit in perfectly with everything else we were trying to do in the state.
Early literacy is something that folks talk a lot about as being important, and sometimes we lose what it really means, but what it really means is just giving a kid a start that will change their life forever.
It really starts from age 0, in my opinion, exposing kids to reading and building that sort of love and passion for stories.
It introduces different interests to them. it introduces new words to them, and they have a chance to see what's going on around them.
I can show you the benefits. I mean, my son is in the 4th grade and he's reading on an 8th grade level.
My girls are being a better student every single day because, you know, the way they read, reading helps them a lot, helps them with their knowledge, their speech, vocabulary.
Reading has helped me want to learn. It has helped me with math, science, English, and history.
Anybody who's received those books started off on the right foot. Anybody that began reading with their family or even by themselves at that young of an age is immediately set up to do good things.
That first group of children who received those books in 2004, some of them are now in our workforce. Some of them are pursuing higher education.
I would not be an English major. I would not read or write as much as I do without that firm foundation.
What I am most proud of is seeing the impact that we're having on the hundreds of thousands of children across our state.
While visiting one of the schools in West Tennessee for our OwlFest initiative, one little girl and some of her friends came to the table to check out. They had all chosen the very same books. They were so excited, big smiles on their faces. They had decided to form a book club. That's when you know you're making a difference.
I had a young boy named Jace come up, little 2nd grader, handed him his books, and he walked away. I'm helping the next child, and as I look to my right, he's standing there, he reaches over, he gives me a hug, and he says, "Thank you for the books." And I said, "Well, you're very welcome." And he said, "These are the only books I have in my home." And I realized in that moment our foundation has a gift in that we are truly serving every child in our state, particularly children that need it most.
The Governor's Early Literacy Foundation is vital to our communities.
It was the very first step that I looked and I was like, I'm doing something great for my child.
This program is phenomenal.
We've had the privilege of mailing over 56 million books from birth to 3rd grade over the last 20 years.
We have not shied away from a challenge, and we have dreamed big.
You know, our foundation owes a great debt of gratitude to our team, our board of directors, the state of Tennessee, all of our stakeholders and partners that help make this happen, as well as the children and families that we get the privilege to serve. My vision for the future of Governor's Early Literacy Foundation is that we are looking for new and innovative ways to create a culture and a love of reading.
How do we support our families, and how do we provide our children with the best start possible?
Reading is a powerful form of magic that it really becomes a key that unlocks many doors. If a child learns to read, they can achieve anything that they want in life.
I just like when I read, I get smarter and smarter every second.
It's really nice to, when I do have the time at home, to be able to sit and relax and read something that can kind of take away from the stress and the seriousness of being a teenager.
I like to read because you can imagine it in your head, and I think that's pretty cool.
You just use your imagination, and it's just amazing how it can just take you to a whole nother world, and that's why I love reading.
Happy birthday, GELF.